What's up, y'all? Boy and his dog. Boy's not here. Back with another mini review. Now, this review is for I, Tanya. It's starring Margot Robbie and Sebastian Stan. It's about the true story of Tanya Harding, her upbringing, and the whole Nancy Kerrigan leg bashing incident. Um, Man, I'm not gonna say I had high expectations for it, but I expected more than what they gave me, and I think it's a common problem nowadays. Now that it's easier to make movies, to where everyone's going after their mainstream projects and they're going after their Oscar projects, and this just seems like a blatant attempt for her to get her or her managers, whoever, to get, an Oscar nomination. And maybe to a lesser extent Sebastian Stan also, because they're pretty much known for, she's Harley Quinn, he's Winter Soldier. So it gives them a chance to do something else and get recognized. But God, it was an underwhelming movie. It basically started off with Tanya Harding's childhood and kind of how her mother was, a chain smoker, mentally abusive, slapped her, all that, and kind of a typical, stereotypical white trash upbringing, and how she met Jeff Gillooly, her boyfriend, played by Sebastian Stan. I guess she was like 14. He was like 19 or something like that. Met her at 17 or something. Met her at a skating rink. But the thing that really holds us back is the comedy. And this is where, again, where I was saying where it's too easy to make these movies now. To where it's like they tried to take the indie movie route, but with mainstream people behind it. So, for instance, there's a part where Sebastian Stan, Jeff Gillooly's friend, who is Tanya's bodyguard, whose name is Sean, who is in charge of planning the hit on Nancy Kerrigan. The FBI come to his house. They say, "Is Sean here?" He answers the door. He's like, "No." His mom is in the background. She's like, "Sean, who's at the door?" Like, that's such an overplayed, hacky joke, and I can't imagine if this movie came out in the 90s, when these movies meant something, these kind of lower budget bios that are a little raw about people that are mixed on how they feel about them. Half society hates them, or most of society hates them. But now when these movies come out, they're so sterilized and lame, and it's just really a lame movie. And honestly, the worst thing is the Sean character, the bodyguard that planned the hit on Nancy Kerrigan that everyone knows. If you don't know, just Google, because I'm not going to go through this stupid ass story because the movie was bad enough. But it was just hokey comedy by him, and a lot of it, and it just brought it down. And you had things like a bunch of kind of child abuse, I guess, officially child abuse, but it had like a layer of like wacky humor over it, and then domestic abuse. And I'm not like, a fucking pussy like, I'm offended by everything. Nah, but are you making a comedy, or are you making a serious story? You gotta choose, because you can't have that much comedy. You can have moments of levity, but you can't have slapstick comedy if you're telling a story and you got those elements in it. I mean, of course, it's a ridiculous situation, the way her life went with celebrity boxing, and she had like a porn movie released, if I recall, that was like leaked, like a home movie. But I mean, I don't know. But Margot Robbie, she did a good job. She continues to impress. Sebastian Stan, I mean, he did good for what he was given. But I mean, honestly, I would love to see, in a perfect world, I would love to see P.T. Anderson get all the footage and just recut it. Um, because I think it's ever since Boogie Nights came out, everyone's tried to do Boogie Nights, and they can't do Boogie Nights. But just out of sheer curiosity, I would love to see what he would do, because I think the elements are there. It's like if you have all the elements for, let's say, a lasagna, and these people took the lasagna and shredded up the layers and made noodles and tried to make spaghetti, and I would love to see PT take those elements and those ingredients and be like, no, look, I'm gonna show you what to do. Pull out a pan, be like, this is called lasagna. This is way better than that bullshit you're doing. So, I mean, the elements are there, but I think it was just misexecuted. I'm really underwhelmed, but like I said, I didn't expect anything, but you kind of feel fucked over when you waste like 2 hours off some bullshit when you could have been watching something else. So, I mean, I give it a generous C-, if that means anything. Like I said, underwhelming. I think this is a bad descendant of wannabe Boogie Nights type of movie, and they just can't do it. Yeah, so I would say miss it. Ditch that fucking movie. It fucking sucks. I feel sorry that Sebastian Stan and Margot Robbie had to be a part of that, because I'm sure they were sold on a completely different movie. But, hey, can't win them all. So, catch you motherfuckers later. We'll have a couple more mini reviews, and the boy will be back, and we'll have a real review for The Room and The Disaster Artist and a couple other things. So fuck off, eat a dick, and choke on it.